everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. We are back today with another episode of the Winslow Legacy. I actually didn't plan to record another episode of this legacy so soon, but guys, stuff has gone down since the last episode and beyond that since the last time we played this family. So I really wanted to hop in and play a little bit of the storyline I am putting together with y'all. Oh my god, first of all these kids are making messes all over the house. Rose is doing it right on the white rug. Like, girl, are you serious? I think he's gonna be really firm with her. She is the youngest child and she is very spoiled. Well, first of all, let me introduce you guys to Rose. So this is the third child in Gen 3 for this family, Rose Winslow. I just aged her up actually when I was playing this family off camera. That is where some huge drama went down. If y'all aren't in my Discord, make sure you join it, because not only do I run all my giveaways in there for every new pack that comes out thanks to the EA Creator Network, but I also post basically all the lore. Like, if you ever think stuff is missing between episodes, go check out the Discord because it's all in there. But basically, Rose just aged up into a child and she is a mean child. I gave her the mean trait partly because I just never play with the mean trait, so I thought it might be fun to do so, but also kind of because I want her to be a little bossy. Like, I want her to run the playground when she gets to school. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for her character. Look how angry she is. He didn't even do anything. He is so lenient with her because she's his little girl and like she's like the little princess of the family, you know, she gets away with everything, and that's why I thought the mean trait would be kind of fitting anyways. Oh my god, look at the kiddos out here. I think Brandon made this mess, which is a little bit out of character for him. Wait, no, I think Brayden did it. Okay, then he's gonna come discipline and he's gonna be really strict. So Brayden is Rohan's least favorite child, and I know like parents should not be having favorites and all that, but he definitely favors the other two over him, and it's actually given Brayden a fear of being inferior. I think he got over it, but he keeps like getting it every time like Rohan yells at him for something. He kind of gets it again, and it is really sad because he looks up to Rohan a lot, but honestly part of it is just that they're very different. They don't have a lot in common, and that really causes them to butt heads in a way. Even though Brayden like doesn't do anything, it definitely makes Rohan want to discipline him in a completely different way than he disciplines the other kids. So it's an interesting dynamic they have going on. I'm pretty sure they do have the strict dynamic. Yeah, Rohan and Brayden have the strict dynamic. He doesn't have anything with Brandon or Rose yet, but I have a feeling he'll get supportive. Ainsley has a bunch of dynamics as well with the kids. She has close with Brayden, supportive with Brandon, and then what does she have with Rose? She has jokesters with Rose. She loves being a mom and she loves her kids, right? So she never wants to be strict with any of them. Anyways, with all of that said, I got a little sidetracked explaining the family dynamics, but there has been so much that has gone on in this entire save, like not just this household, which is like the Gen 2 heir being Ainsley, and we will have to pick an heir pretty soon because the boys are aging up into teens pretty soon. If y'all have any preferences, definitely comment down below or put it in the Discord. But I have kind of started playing the save way more rotationally, and I have different storylines going for all the different households. Let me hop into Manage World real quick. I'm not gonna hop into the different households, but I do want to give y'all a quick rundown of the lore that I've set up in as many households as I can. So this is where Juniper is currently living. I don't know where he's at. For some reason he's still at the park where we had Rose's birthday party. Juniper has married Emma Anderson. He is an elder and she is an adult. If y'all remember how he looked before, you can tell like he's gotten a drastic change, a drastic makeover, and it's more than just his age. It's also the fact that he's actually been diagnosed with cancer. So he hasn't told anyone in the Winslow family yet. The family does not have money for him to get chemotherapy, so he's just getting worse and worse. Emma is trying to make money in any way she can so that they can afford it, and Juniper as well is like doing his best, but yeah, it's not looking good for him basically. And if y'all want more of that lore, definitely hop into the Discord. It's all in there. Emma's adopted daughter is Thea. If y'all remember, Thea is one of Oliver's best friends. Juniper hasn't even told her because Thea is actually like, she just got into university. study. She's super ambitious. She wants to go to med school. You know, she's an overachiever and she's a perfectionist. She really wants to do well, and she knows that her mom and Juniper like don't have a lot of money, so she's taking out loans and she's working part-time to afford college, even though she doesn't consider Juniper a father figure at all, because by the time he came into the picture she was already basically a young adult. Even so, she still does care about him, so Juniper doesn't want to tell her because he knows that she'll give him as much money as he needs, and he knows that like she'll try to put her dreams on hold. He doesn't want to be a burden like that. So that is what has been going on in the Anderson household. So the other household that I've been building some lore in is of course Serena's household. Our founder Serena, we are going to be aging her up into an elder today. It is high time. As y'all know, in the last episode, Oliver aged up into a young adult and he's gonna try to pursue social media. Serena is giving him an internship because when she hears social media, she is more thinking about like her job rather than what Oliver's thinking about, which is like daily vlogging and stuff like that. So he is kind of doing the vlogging stuff secretly and doing Serena's internship like full time. Kiyoshi has still been struggling with his career and his like adventurous spirit. He feels very stagnant. He's looking back at the last few decades of his life, honestly, and he feels like he hasn't really done much. And if y'all recall, way back when Serena first met him, he actually was in the criminal career. He was taking over the family business basically, which was a criminal career, and he gave that up for Serena because Serena did not approve of that, and she was like, I can't marry you if you're doing this dangerous stuff. And now he's been approached by some of his old contacts and he's not like gotten fully back into it. He's kind of dipping his toe back into those waters. So that is where that lore is. If y'all need a refresher on like Oliver and his relationships and stuff, go check out the last episode. Last but not least, I have also been building lore for Corey's household. As y'all can see, there is a new addition to this household, Fiona Winslow. I think that's such a pretty name, especially because their older daughter is named Ariel. Like, they literally sound like princesses. Basically, I got an MC Command Center notification that Kimmy was pregnant again, so I played out a whole bunch of lore in this household. Again, go to the Discord for specifics, but as a rundown, because the family was expanding, they did decide to move to Ravenwood. Corey really pushed for Ravenwood, even though Kimmy wanted to move to San Sequoia for like the school district and stuff, but Corey said that his agency is in Ravenwood, so he would better be able to like find gigs and stuff, and Kimmy is always supportive of him, so she agreed. And yeah, like they have been putting down roots here. Kimmy is doing her best, you know, she's juggling a career and 2 little kids, but she is happy that they finally do own a home. Keep in mind, Kimmy's the only one with a stable income, so basically this is her house. Like, all the money that went towards the house is hers, to be totally honest. Keep in mind that Corey's adopted daughter and his like side piece, I guess, live literally across the street now. So, and that is actually why he pushed so hard to move to Ravenwood. He wanted to be closer to Carmen and Willow, his second family, that he still hasn't told anyone about. He didn't really think it through because, as I mentioned, Kimmy is now very happy to kind of be in a home and have a neighborhood, and her aspiration has always been friend of the world. So now that she is in an environment where she can make a lot of friends just by kind of walking around the neighborhood, she's super excited. She's actually already gone around town introducing herself, and she created a neighborhood association with all the Sims in Crow's Crossing, and she really wants to start planning events and having like barbecue nights and neighborhood potlucks and stuff like that. So she is going to be doing that, and she is going to start interacting with Carmen and Willow a lot more. So that is something that should be concerning to Corey, but honestly he hasn't really thought it out that far. Now we are back in the Gen 2 household, and let me fill y'all in on some of what's been going on in this household. So Rohan is very interested in a lot of the thanatology things, so he does have a pretty high thanatology skill. Actually, it's only level 4. We should probably work on that a little bit. He really does enjoy learning about the legends of the hauntings. He loves the tarot stuff, and he was finally able to make it to the Thinned Festival, this thing, because he was off and he didn't have to work more on his video game that he was creating on the side. He created like an app in a video game. That's why he has some fame. So for the first time ever, he fulfilled that lifetime dream of going to Thinned Festival. When he was there, he met a lot of the ghosts and a lot of the things that he's always wanted to meet, and so he was really excited, and he even met Zelmira. Zelmira is a sim. I did give them a slight makeover, but they do the tarot readings at Thinned Festival. Basically, they hit it off really quick. As you can see, they have amazing compatibility compatibility and they are friends, but he does not see Zelmira in any type of romantic way. You know, he is unattracted to them, and beyond that, he's loyal. He's not gonna cheat on Ainsley. And for like my own personal reasons, getting back to what I said in one of my storytelling episodes, like I don't want to always make Sims cheat, especially when it doesn't make sense to. They have nothing romantic going on. They are literally just friends that have a pretty cool shared interest. But unfortunately for Rohan, that day that he was at the Festivale, Corey was walking back from visiting Carmen and saw Rohan hugging Zelmira. He misinterpreted that completely, and instead of talking to Rohan about it, he decided to come tell Ainsley what he saw without doing any type of, you know, double checking or anything about it. Ainsley has no reason to not trust her older brother, right? So she did believe him, and they had Rose's birthday party that day, and Ainsley tried to hold in like her anger and sadness about what she had heard for as long as she could. I don't know why they just glitched out of the bed. Yeah, she tried to hold it in as long as she could, but at a certain point she couldn't anymore, and she basically caused a scene in the middle of the party. She started yelling at him, they started arguing, and of course now there is a monster under the bed. Even though you can't see a monster under this bed, apparently there is one. While this is playing out, let me continue the lore. So at the party, you know, Ainsley kind of called him out in front of everybody, and Rohan got super mad because he was like, what is this lie that is being spread? And I think he's justified to feel that way because he did nothing. He did absolutely nothing. He literally punched Corey in front of everybody, and now he and Corey have a pretty bad relationship. Both have grudges against one another. They both dislike each other. They did their best to keep the rest of the party as civil as possible, but there was like a lot of tension when they got home. And when they got home, they sent all the kids to bed, and Ainsley and Rohan had another fight. They ended up both feeling pretty unsatisfied in the relationship, and you know, at the end of the day, it was a miscommunication. I think Ainsley was somewhat justified in believing Corey because again, like, she has no reason not to, but I do think like the way she handled it was not good. And also, like, you know, she didn't really communicate, she didn't corroborate any of the accusations that she had heard, and Corey didn't either, which I think was really messed up of him to just like accuse somebody of cheating like that without even checking if it's true or not. They have kind of talked it out. Ainsley did make an effort to listen to Rohan's side of the story. Oh, everyone has field trips today except Rose, which makes sense because it's her first day of school, really. But yeah, Ainsley has made an effort to really see Rohan's side of things and understand like that he didn't cheat at all. So they're currently working on their relationship. They do have a difficult family dynamic, but they have a wholesome romance dynamic. So they still do care about each other, but this miscommunication has definitely driven a wedge in between them, which is sad, but I think it is kind of like a realistic thing. Ainsley is still feeling a bit unsatisfied, but I think as they continue talking things out and like making that effort, I do think that they're gonna come out of this stronger and being better at communicating. I do think I'm gonna have them go to therapy as well, just because, like, you know, they have the money for it, and I want them to kind of put effort into improving. And as y'all know, like, I do plan out my storylines. A lot of what I just talked about was planned, but I'm also very open to changing those storylines if other things crop up. So I do think that going forward, if they can't fix, oh god, girly, oh y'all, I think I have to pay the bills. Actually, let me make sure to pay my bills. But as I was saying, at the end of the day, even if they don't end up together, that's okay with me. It's more so I just want them to put that effort in, because I think they would, like, realistically, based on their personalities. With Ainsley's love bug trait and Rohan's family oriented trait, I do think that they would put that effort in. Zelmira just texted us that they hope we had fun attending the festival. This is part of the celebrity mod I have in. Right now, Rohan is in the public spotlight because they all went to the flea market together. So he had paparazzi over there. But yeah, I'm happy that I had them kind of put that effort in. They've like resumed their physical intimacy. They've woohooed and stuff like that. So, you know, hopefully they are going to stay happy. I kind of want her to make friends on her first day. If her performance goes down, it's fine. The boys are on a field trip, but Brandon is an A student and he's in scouts, and Brayden is a B student and he's on the school newspaper actually, and he doesn't really want to do photography, but he absolutely loves writing articles. Oh wait, I am having her practice a speech. I meant to have her practice debate. I need her to get to level 10 because I do want her to get the promotion. That's literally the only thing that's kind of holding us back right now. So also, I did add another floor to the house. I made it like have a lot of outdoor space as well. I think it'll be cool to have some like maybe some lounge chairs, I don't know, something like that. I also definitely need to work on the backyard because right now it looks pretty bad. Oh my god, Guadalupe is officially a dog parent. Yes, I want to come, and I want to take Lexi, Ainsley, and Guadalupe are now in a club called Ainsley's Girls because I didn't know what else to call her little group of girlfriends. If y'all have any ideas, like fun little group names, let me know. And it automatically started a gathering. I do have to give these girls a little makeover. Is she married to Caleb? I should have guessed that. This is Ronnie. Oh my god, what a cute dog name as well. Whole time I did not know Guadalupe has 2 kids. This dog, I'm sorry. What on earth is going on with it? What type of dog is this? I can't tell if this is like a mesh problem or if the dog is supposed to look like that. This kid has so much CC on him, but I can tell like once we give him a makeover, we are definitely gonna give him the coolest style. Jacob. Every time I record, Jacob calls us. This never happens to me when I'm playing this family off camera. Here's the thing. I did want to bring Jacob back into the family as like a little drama moment, but I don't know. I think I'm not really feeling that anymore because I don't think Ainsley would do that. Like, she wants to be with Rohan. She does not want to get with someone else. So I'm gonna say let's just be friends. Oh, Serena just texted us. Hi there, my little sugar booger. How's my munchkin doing today? I want the boys to meet Lincoln. I guess Sonia's a little bit older, but I think like the boys and Rose can definitely meet Lincoln. Lexi also has, oh my god, she has 3 kids. The way like I didn't even realize this stuff. Let me make sure that everybody is an adult. Ainsley is gonna age up into an adult soon. I did want her to be the last one to age up in her friend group, so I'm glad that everybody else is already aged up. Oh my god, this dog is so cute, but this is so fun. What is everybody eating? Can I eat something too? Was there something in the fridge that everybody got and I didn't? How rude. You know what? Let's give them this little painting. I feel like this fits the vibe of the house, so I'm just gonna put it up. It can go right there. Ainsley doesn't paint to make money because she has no reason for that. Rose is over here dancing. Rohan's watching the news. Kind of want to have him work on his programming a bit more. He has to do it for his aspiration, and I do want to get through his aspiration. I've been working on Ainsley's as well. Rose likes dancing. Yes, please. I like that a lot. Oh my god, Rose. I think Ainsley will just be firm. She's not going to be as lenient as Rohan, but I think she's definitely going to be like, don't do that, in a way that Rohan doesn't really discipline her. She also does have the playtime captain aspiration, which I thought was perfect for like a bossy personality. I don't know. I just like the idea of making her kind of bossy. I do want her to actually join an after school activity because the other 2 kiddos are in them. Let's see. Let's just like check it out. I need to like develop her personality a little bit more before I decide what she's in. I don't really see her in any of these. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe she'll want to do school newspaper to be like her older brother. She and Brayden are super, super close. Brandon is like a little quieter out of the 3, but she and Brayden are like tight. So maybe she'll want to do that. But I used to have a mod a really long time ago that added more after school activities for storytelling purposes. So maybe I can try and find one of those again. As I was saying earlier, I did build a 3rd floor and I think this is as high as we're gonna go. I might go ahead and build a basement. They have so much money, y'all. Like both of them make an insane amount of money. She makes $659 an hour. I can like splurge a lot. At a certain point, I just don't know what else to add to a house, you know? Oh my god, he can actually pick journalist or photographer. I was just gonna say like he enjoys writing more, but the fact that we actually have a branch is really cool. So I'm gonna have him do journalist because he is definitely into writing. Guys, this is so cute. I'm so proud of him. Who's calling us? I spoke with Ainsley and find her quite pleasing. So this is also something I did. I thought that Rohan, in an effort to kind of repair their relationship, would want to introduce Zulmira and Ainsley to kind of prove that he has nothing to hide at all, you know? So I think that's really cool that the game did have them be introduced somehow. But now Corey's calling. I mean, we'll chat, but I do think Ainsley is probably a little bit pissed off at Corey because, you know, he accused her husband of cheating without actually like checking his sources at all. So can we actually send him like a mean text? I feel like there's not really a way to do that. I might have them just argue next time they see each other. Oh my god, but I can't believe I forgot. Brayden actually has a really good friend named Laura, and they've exchanged friendship bracelets and everything. They are such cuties. Brandon hasn't really made any friends, to be honest. He is very quiet. He's very much like his dad. The way that Rohan is a loner, even though Brandon doesn't have the loner trait, I definitely see him being a loner for sure. Oh god, this sink is disgusting. We might need to get a maid in this house. I keep getting distracted, but in the third floor, I do kind of want to put one of the boys and Rose potentially, because right now Rose's room is like much smaller, which does make sense. She doesn't have to fit as much. Oh, I've been trying to do homework for school, but the last few assignments have felt really hard. Maybe I'm not smart enough to do it. What do you think? I don't know who he's asking, but I think both Ainsley and Rohan would probably say spend more time. Practice makes perfect. But I think that it makes sense. Wait, why is it still dusty up here? Okay, keep vacuuming. Sorry. She walked all the way downstairs and I'm making her go back up. But I do think that it kind of makes sense for Rose to move up here and for this room to turn into Rohan's office, because he does like use the computer a lot and Ainsley also needs it for her work. So it kind of makes sense for them both to split up offices. Like I said, they just have like a ridiculous amount of money and they're gonna continue making so much more. I'm gonna put all their energies down. I think because we were off the lot, their energies didn't deplete, which is kind of annoying. I don't know. I don't like when The Sims does that. I would rather their needs like deplete realistically. I'm not saying they need to deplete completely by the time we're back, but I don't know. They could deplete a little bit just to make some sense. Oh god. Everything is broken in this house. Come repair this. Okay, great. She completed her homework. She did it in her brother's room. She looks up to them a lot. Even though she is mean and she's very bossy, it's because she knows that she's gonna get her way, especially in the family, but I think that's gonna translate to when she's playing with other kids too. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a problem. I have a feeling she's gonna be like the popular queen bee, you know? Let me turn off the radio. I never get radios for my Sims households because they always leave it on. She literally vacuumed down here and it's still dusty. I don't know what's going on. I'll deal with it tomorrow. Let me have him use the bathroom and go to bed. Is it because of their like relationship they can't use the same? Okay, use this one then. Yeah, we might need to get a maid for the house because I do think there's a little bit too much. It's so hard to deal with, to be honest, with such a big house. The way everybody gets up at the same time, I wish they staggered it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna have Rohan go for a jog. He does like to go for a jog in the morning. Oh, she was just thinking about Corey just then. She's definitely thinking about how to like deal with the situation, you know? What I'll say about Corey, if y'all have like watched my other videos, especially the one where I was kind of focusing on Corey's lore, he has very good intentions and he just doesn't think things through. I honestly think this is like a second example of that. It got so messy in here so quick. Rose is grabbing her lunch from her backpack when she notices something red inside. Oh man, she thinks it might be the new boy who always seems to stare. Does she ask him or wait and see? I think Rose would confront him. Rose is outgoing enough to confront. He definitely wrote it since he blushes from head to his high top. Rose mumbles a sheepish thanks, keeping it a secret for now. Oh my god, of course she already has an admirer on her second day of school. She is the queen bee. Brayden got sick and threw up in the hallway in front of a bunch of other students. He is with the nurse now. Okay, as mean as it sounds, I do think Rohan would say send him back to class because Brayden currently has a B. So I think Rohan's like, okay, like he probably got it out of his system. Now send him back to class. He'll be fine. Oh, GeekCon is in town. You know what? Maybe we'll have him go to GeekCon today. Oh, he has work today. I didn't even realize. My bad. I really wanted to go to GeekCon, but it's okay. Congrats on landing that sweet job. I think this is gonna be great for you. Kimmy, I didn't land any job. I mean, we're a C student, but should Brayden invite over Laura? Yes, his bestie. Should Rose invite over Lyric? Sure. Rose, there's a science fair. Do you want to participate? I do want to think think about this because I think Rose does care about school. I don't think she likes science enough to do that. And who did she invite? She invited this person over, Lyric. Yes, come on in. Let's have them like chill. Except for Brandon. Brandon is going to work on his homework. Everybody come over here and just talk to each other. Bracelet buddy fist bump. Y'all, this is so cute. We'll definitely give Lyric a makeover. We'll be a little bit mean and claim that Lyric is a plant sim. Maybe she's just saying, you know, you're just a plant sim. You have to listen to me. He is needing a vacation. Oh my god, y'all, you know what I haven't done in a while? I haven't had my Sims take a vacation. That might be really fun to do. Rose is already at social level 8. Like, insane. Oh no, Ainsley has like UTI. Stop. These kiddos are so freaking cute. They're so cute. I feel like Rose looks so much like Ainsley. I don't know if I'm going crazy. The thing I noticed about all 3 kids though is that each of them has different colored eyes. Brandon has light blue eyes, Brayden has light green eyes, and then Rose has light purple eyes. So I don't know. I just think that's kind of cool. We're gonna delete that holiday and then we're gonna add a holiday. We're gonna say go on a vacation or travel, and I think we're just gonna call it vacation time. Nothing major, no decoration theme. We will get a day off of work and school just so that we can go for a vacation without like having to write excuse notes and stuff like that. I think I will also add it to Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, so they'll basically go off for like 4 days. You know what? Since it's girls' night, when she gets back, I want her to go ahead and start a gathering. That way they can all go to a concert together. Go to a music concert. There you go. I don't know if I can go with anyone. Yes, I can. So we can take Guadalupe and Lexi. Perfect. Oh, she's about to prank us. Oh, look at her face. I'm crying. Girl, nothing is that serious. I feel like they're both low-key so similar. Let me have Rohan cook something. I think it'll be kind of like his gesture to cook something while Ainsley's like having a night out for once in her life, literally. She never gets to go out like this with her friends. I did want to do a little bit of an argument. Let's order her to clean. This is so bossy. Okay, the order to clean thing disappeared, but we are going to argue about sharing. He made some Burmese samosa soup. Is anyone else hungry? Let's come call to meal. She did win the argument. That is so Rose, guys. Reconcile argument. Maybe we'll have her do that. I don't want her to be like a horrible sim, you know what I mean? She's just bossy. Maybe she's gonna realize that like she can't boss Lyric around because she wants to like be friends. Rohan does want to adopt a dog, which I don't know. This household is chaotic already just with the 3 kids, but they are gonna be teenagers soon and maybe a dog will be good responsibility. I'm gonna have Rohan come over here and work on his programming a little bit more. Like I said, I just need him to continue working on his aspiration. He has to do video gaming actually, so let's do that. Let's do Dead by Daylight. I feel like that's a good focused game. Oh my god, look at these kids. Look at these kids. Let's give her a funny intro. Rose, if you don't stop making a mess, I'm gonna have her clean that up. I wish there was a way we could discipline kids that weren't ours, but also like I understand why the game doesn't do that, but it would be nice. Let me go ahead and end the gathering so everybody leaves. Oh my god, these kids are wreaking havoc. She's gonna express disappointment in Brandon and be like, Brandon, you are better than this. You're so responsible. We did influence Lyric to clean up the mess. I'm gonna have everybody go to sleep. These kiddos are already sleeping. I need to make sure everybody is just like going to bed. Let me make sure Lyric also leaves. She's really cute. She's a sweetie. I think we are gonna have Rose and Lyric become good friends. The way everybody gets up at like 6 o'clock on the dot is crazy. Wait, guys. I just had oh my god. Ainsley is pregnant. What the hell? Okay, this fit looks really odd on her when she's pregnant. I'm gonna change her outfit. She is so pregnant. Wait, what trimester? She's in her 2nd trimester. She doesn't want a child right now. I know that they woohooed without protection. He would be happy to have a child, you know? I don't wait, she's already in her 2nd trimester, so like there's nothing we can do. Like she has to have this child. I didn't even have a pregnancy moodlet. I'm gonna have her take some PTO. I feel like she's probably freaking out right now. She can go to her prenatal visit. The mod definitely has cryptic pregnancy, so maybe that's what happened because we didn't have a moodlet at all. I do need to tell him that we're pregnant. I mean, like it's kind of obvious. Let's announce the unwanted pregnancy. Oh my god, y'all. I didn't even know. Not her kissing his cheek. He looks so happy. You definitely know what she's coming to tell you. Okay, they're going to do it in the bathroom. They're like, okay, we need to have a private conversation. The way she's saying it with a plate of food. Look how happy he is. Oh, she's literally crying. She's like, I don't want another baby, which I do understand. Like, I get why. Oh, they're not on the same page. I think he's trying to cheer her up by saying some random stuff. Rohan is so happy that a baby is on the way. The problem, his partner is not. They announced this as though it was the worst thing that could have happened. They do not want that baby, but Rohan does. Let's go ahead and go to counseling. I think it's a good time for that. All the kids are off at school. She's kind of in the point in her life where she's like, okay, I have 3 grown kids. I'm done like taking care of kids. I can just focus on my career for the rest of my life. I can focus on my relationship. I don't have to deal with anything else. But Rohan is such a family-oriented sim, so I understand like why he wants more kids. Ainsley is also, I've mentioned this before, like Ainsley is definitely the type of sim that has like a 5-year plan and wants to kind of stick to it. And even though like she needs like excitement and stuff like that, at the same time, certain things she wants to stick to a plan. And I think she saw her mom, like her mom had 3 kids, and she's always like the idea of having 3 kids, and she's like, okay, cool, I have 3 kids, now I'm done. The counseling ended up being really helpful. Oh, she's thinking about her dad. Let's give him a call. I feel like she'll want to talk to someone about this. I do think that she understands that, like, you know, they didn't use protection, they weren't careful, so I do think she kind of wants to do her best to make peace with the pregnancy. They keep talking in the bathroom. I don't know why. Let's go to counseling together. I thought that they were going to counseling together, but now let's have them actually go together. There you go. That was also a helpful conversation. So like slowly but surely she is having conversations that are helping her. Oh, we can share pregnancy news in like the cute way. Okay, I kind of hate that this is happening outside. She does have not ready for this. Oh, guys, that is so freaking sad. Poor thing. She's having morning sickness. She did not want this at all. I think she's gonna come upstairs and just take a nap. She's had a very like rough day. She's still feeling really good. The high confidence is helping. Oh, there you go. Now she's feeling really sad. So I think she does want to kind of just relax a little bit. Rohan is gonna give her space, but the kids are gonna be home soon, and I think she just wants to kind of like be alone while she figures this out. With that, y'all, I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. I think this is gonna turn out to be a super long episode. I didn't age Serena up the way I wanted to. I will probably end up doing that off camera, but like I mentioned, join the Discord to see all of the behind the scenes, secrets, spoilers, everything of lore between episodes so that you don't miss out on anything in the Winslow Legacy. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want more Sims content. Do consider joining my channel as a member for access to special perks, and if you are planning to purchase any Sims 4 packs, do consider using my code to support me. And with that, I will see Rue later. Bye, guys.
I was just calling to see if you're free to run away with